Welcome in. Today is
19.
March 21st. The New York Knicks are 42-31. We have about 10 games left on the season. This is episode 19 of the Toxic Boys. I got my guys, Ari from Manhattan and Jay from Florida here. And fellas, the regular season games are meaningless, but not in the way that we would have thought they've been. They last night was a prototypical meaningless NBA game, and it found some magic in it with Julius Randle. You looked up at the scoreboard, and the Knicks were down 15. And then all of a sudden, Mike Breen tells me that Julius Randle has 36 points with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. And then it gathered some attention of its own. Jay, what was your thoughts watching that game last night?
The only thought I had, man, is shout out Big Juju, man. Big Juju had a hell of a season. I don't like he better practice in the playoffs, man. That's all. You making you dribbling through your legs, you hitting threes off the shoulder, you ISOing all day, you doing your thing, you over the shoulder fadeaways. Like, you better give me that in the playoffs, bro. That's what I was thinking the whole game. You have to produce. I would not accept anything less. Don't be a front runner. Don't play well in the regular season, and when it's time to really play, you shit the bed. No. We need you to bring this in the playoffs. But great game, bro. Great game from Randle. They played terrible defense last night. Ari was texting me and talking about how bad their defense was. The defense was terrible last night. No effort. So they got to tighten that up, man. They got to tighten up the guard play in terms of defense. They got to get more guys involved, man. They got to get Grimes some more opportunities. They got to do a lot of stuff before the playoffs start, man, because guys got to get – we got to line things up. But I'm ready, man. I'm ready to get the playoffs going, honestly. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready, baby.
I would pivot to Ari, but Ari, according to those in Twitter, you're like Dr. Gordon and Saw, trapped in a basement somewhere, trying to find the key to unlock your handcuffs.
What is that? I've never seen Saw. I saw one of the Saws. I saw one of the Saws. I don't remember a lot. Is that the guy with the?
Yeah, the clown face. But that's just like the little. If you've never seen it, then there was
before we even get into that, before we get happy belated birthday to Mama Ari. Ari, what's your mom's name? What's your mom's name?
Wendy.
Mama Wendy, Auntie Wendy. Happy belated birthday. Ari still loves you. Thinks about you all the time. We won't tolerate any bullshit, man. Happy belated birthday to Auntie Wendy.
Thanks, man. No, I'm alive and well. No, I just, there's people that in my family that watch this show, but so I don't want to just like it. People think we're the toxic boys. Let's just put it this way: we're not the toxic boys. There's a lot more toxic people than me, Papa, and Jay from Florida. That's for sure. And there's some things that are just, well, there's one thing in particular, and that was the thing that was brought up. So it's all good. But I'm staying. I just want that topic to just, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I want to talk about ball. And what was I going to say? No defense, but Julius Randle had an amazing game. Quentin Grimes getting iced out. I don't know if he's going to have a big role in the playoffs at all. Probably won't even play much. He'll start games because he'll start games. He'll start games just because of just like that's the habit they've built. That's like everyone knows their kind of role, but he's not gonna like play more than he's gonna get OB treatment. I think he's gonna get the OB treatment. He's gonna come in he's gonna start the game and start the first, start the third, play 5-6 minutes each, maybe 6 minutes each quarter, and then he's gonna get gone unless, of course, RJ shit.
I would have never thought Quentin Grimes would play this role in this team coming into the season, especially after the Donovan Mitchell trade talks fell through. I would and Obi for that matter. Like, I never would have thought those two guys would have the seat. But again, like, this whole season has taken a complete, I'd call it a complete 180 of like where I thought this team would be in terms of direction, in terms of focus and development. It's gone completely all in on winning every single game. And that's to be determined whether that's the proper direction. I saw something today on Twitter about Jalen Brown
He's not happy.
potentially. Yeah, potentially.
That's the dream player. That's the
Yeah.
one. He's the one.
Yeah. If we got Jalen Brown, then the Knicks.
Oof.
We're not talking about one championship. If you get Jalen Brown, you're talking about you're going to be a contender for 5 years.
Yeah. No, he's perfect for the team.
Perfect.
Two-way wing. He's you know what he reminds me of? Not like reminds me of. It's a similar situation that happened with Jalen Brunson. It's like I think Jalen Brown has a lot more to his game than what he's showing in Boston because he's like playing second fiddle to Tatum, and I don't know. I just feel like he has. I feel like he's
mid-range. He has the three,
every
drive,
everything. He's the prototypical wing. He's like the new Paul George. But
Lefty said something last night. He was like, "You said you wasn't in love with anybody's game on the Knicks. Nobody excites you, bro. That Jalen Brown excites me, bro. Like, being able to create his own shot off the dribble, all three levels, play great defense, tough as nails. That's an alpha right there, man. If you could land Brown in 24, bro. Oh my God.
I'm with Ari. Can you highlight JJ's last comment with Brown and Tatum because I want to figure out from the chat like who do you guys like more as a talent? Don't forget about a talent. Just a player, Jalen Brown or Jason Tatum. And for me, I'm not going to give the answer. I want to get Ari and Jay's thoughts on this first.
Talent, Tatum, player Brown. That's what I would do. Talent, Tatum, player Brown.
Explain that.
I mean, listen, Jason Tatum is the full arsenal on offense, but I think he's too soft. I think he shies away from contact. He's not the athlete that Jalen Brown is. He's not as rangy. He doesn't lock in on defense. But he's got a crazy bag, and he's an offensive beast. On this Knicks team, I think Jalen Brown is. I mean, listen, bro, you can't go wrong. Tatum's averaging 30, bro. But I'm saying on this team with Tibbs and his defense, and you already have scoring with Randle and Brunson. He fits the mold in the defense and stuff. He doesn't need the ball as much as if Tatum's not getting the ball, he's not going to be that effective per se, right? But Jalen Brown can affect the game with or without the ball. So I think he's the better overall player, maybe. But
what kind of package do you think the Knicks would need to get that player? Because
they ain't trading him in division, bro. They ain't that he's gonna have to come over in free agency, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's the next free agent up.
Yeah,
not this
one.
When
He's a free agent.
Not this summer, next summer. He's a free agent.
But wouldn't Boston? Well, actually, that's the type of player that you have to be careful about trading for. That's the Kawhi Leonard. That's Kawhi Leonard. Where
I think Jalen Brown is really tight with ASAP Ferg and a lot of people in New York City. So I feel like his girl Bernice Burgos is from New York. So I think he'd be open to playing in New York. We got to figure out, is Brad Stevens going to be proactive and trading before he actually leaves?
That's the question. Yeah, that's the question.
You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out if Brad Stevens is really on that type of time. Because if he is,
I wouldn't. I would.
I mean, you got to try to keep him, right?
Together. I think that brand of basketball is playoff proof. I think they're ready to go, but we'll see, man.
I think the Celtics can win the championship, bro.
Yeah,
they could make a run at this with the whole thing.
I mean, they could easily win the championship.
Yeah,
of course.
I don't think he likes Boston, so that's going to be a tough sell to keep him there. And
IKBM said nobody's ever turned down a Supermax, and I guess that's what Brown is.
I think Brown could turn it down, bro. Honestly, I think he dislikes Boston enough to turn down a Supermax.
Well, you got to also understand Jalen Brown came under a lot of I think a lot of social media ire when he was with the Kanye shit. Also.
Right.
So I mean, I'm saying you put that together with Boston and the fit there. I could see why he doesn't want to be there. Just put it like that.
Yeah. He probably wants to be like Jalen Brunson and have his own team. But now
where do you think Kyrie's going? Where do you think Kyrie's going next year?
Lakers.
That's already a done deal.
I don't know, but I think he's gonna find himself a way to the Lakers.
You want to take a quick call? You want to take a quick call?
Yeah,
that means Luka might be available.
That's the real dream right there. I know you don't think Luka's a championship player, but think he's pretty fucking nice, Jay.
He's nice, bro, but I don't know.
Bro,
My only thing is this Jalen's team. Like, I just don't see that ever change. Like, in terms of the guard play, like, I just don't ever see another backcourt guy getting in here like that. It would have to be.
You think if Spider was on the team, you think he would have to defer to Jalen?
He wouldn't.
Yo, bro, Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. Now that I think about it, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, like how you not make that? I know.
Yeah, but dude, they're not gonna be able to guard anybody, dude. I'm telling you, in the playoffs that would never work.
How do you not make that trade though? How you not finalize that trade? They would have got Josh Hart and started Josh Hart with Brunson and Spider. That's a beast, bro. That's a.
Dude, I am so happy they didn't do that trade personally.
It may still happen.
Yeah, they got what? He's a free agent, 24 too, right?
He may want to get the fuck out of there. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Look, if the Knicks' plan is to hold on and hoard assets until the time is hot and to make themselves attractive, they're fucking following through on their plan.
Yeah.
It's just when are they going to actually fucking pull the trigger? That is the question.
They're waiting for the right guy. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're waiting for the right guy. I think it might be Joel Embiid, honestly. If
Mitchell Robinson
play him out, dude, it's like he's gonna.
Mitchell Robinson's not even closing games now. Like, I thought Mitchell Robinson was a guaranteed staple. You're in starting five, closing five, like no question about it. Like, he didn't close the game the other night. It was against Rudy Gobert. I was just like, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked and it's like, before we get to Feliciano, that'll be our first caller, maybe our last. We don't know. But I want to ask you this question. On the open market, right, rank these four players in terms of value. Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Josh Hart.
Oh, that's easy. It's Quickley.
Give me number 1 through 4. You got Quickley, Hart, RJ, and Mitch. Who do you think NBA values most?
Quickly won by far. Quickly won by far. Mitch number 2, Josh Hart 3, RJ 4. And I'm wearing an RJ shirt. Shout out to RJ, but he's not. No, you can't. Like, Hart is just got intangibles. Mitch is a crazy rebounder defender. Quick is like the ultimate glue guard guy. Like, those three are more important.
Josh Hart, if he was on the open market right now, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You're talking about like I would put RJ 2, but he has that big ass contract. So
I'm including the contract.
Including the contract, you're saying.
Yeah.
I'd go Quickley 1 by far. Mitch 2.
It's tough, right?
Josh Hart, I know Josh Hart's playing nice. He's really good. He's a good player, but you can find that guy anywhere. Like, it's not like he's not 7-1. He's not.
I don't know, man. Guy got a nose for the ball, bro. He's different, bro.
It's just an interesting player to put on your cap sheet. That's the problem.
I mean, he's been on like 4 different teams already. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
I think it's the money with him. I think it's the money. People don't know how to value him.
Yeah. But I think he's the third most valuable player. I don't think RJ's jump shot isn't reliable.
Dude, Quickly's more valuable than fucking.
He is by far.
Oh, you're talking about out of the list. I think you meant on the team.
You think most NBA teams look at Mitchell Robinson and like look at him as a player they want?
Yes.
I think they do, but I think they don't. I don't think they watch as much as we do, Papa. I think they do because they see what he can do when he's playing well, but they don't understand that he also is like disappears sometimes, you know what I mean? And he doesn't stay healthy and he can't hit a free throw. And it's like,
but do you think, like, let's say you put Mitchell Robinson on the Suns.
Yeah, you open up that vertical spacing, man. A lot of pick and roll downhill. You get him some dribbling opportunities, bro. Mitch can do a lot more shit than we see, bro.
I think this is a good time to go to Feliciano, but I want to get back.
No, I'm having fun. This is a great conversation.
I'm saying I want to go back to the Mitchell Robinson conversation because low key, Mitchell Robinson had a toxic moment in the last week that he kind of like got swept under the rug, but it's very relevant and pertinent. So I definitely want to talk about it. We also got Cooper coming up. So let's go to Feliciano holding it down in Boston. What's going on, Feliciano? Maybe you want to give your take on Jaylen Brown, but what's going on?
Shout out to you, Poppa Left. What up, y'all? Toxic boys. Follow my fellow Knicks fans. Hope everything
Peace.
good, y'all. Eastern York representative, but as Poppa Left said, I live in Boston now. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I think it was Smooth or Tony. I think they had a space last night and they were going crazy. It was late. I was up chilling, smoking, watching Sports Center, and I just decided to chime in like you boys was talking about the Celtics and Jalen Brown and the type of relationship. I have a closer, how can I say, connection to the guys here. My son's played in the charity games. I met Jalen Brown. I met Tatum. Like, they're both cool dudes. Like, I know a lot of what everybody in the media talking about. From my standpoint, you know, living here and hearing all the talk and how Brad Stevens is moving, they and I don't want to talk about these guys, but I'm just trying to give you guys some info because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not trying to move either one of these guys. They know Jalen Brown hates Boston. Like, they know he hates Boston. They know there's a lot of systemic racism from every sector of Boston, and it's deep, you know, and Jalen Brown goes to the hood. He be in Dorchester, be in Roxbury, he be in Hyde Park, be in Mattapan. Like, he loves the city. Like, he loves the kids. He loves, you know, the environment. He likes.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's an intelligent. He's an intelligent.
He
black
won.
man.
He won an award. I think he won an
Very
award.
smart. I think he's Mensa.
He did win an award. He won an award for outreach out here in Boston, the greater Boston community.
No, but his brain, he's Mensa.
So he don't want to be. The last thing he wants to do is leave. But the honest thing was, like, Tatum and KD are friends. Like, they cool. They work out together. So he called Brad and Tatum on a three-way and asked them what was good, like what was going on, and they assured him they wasn't trying to move him. Of course, there was intrigue, but they trying to build a Steph Curry, like Klay Thompson type atmosphere out here for those two guys.
They gotta win it. They gotta win a chip. That's the thing. They gotta win a chip.
No, but the thing is this, Papa. They're homegrown. Like, Jalen Brown was not this Jalen Brown. Like, drafted him from Berkeley Kyle with the flat top. He had no handle. He had no city. He had no three ball. He's had athleticism. Wild athleticism. His IQ wasn't even great. Like, he just didn't even know where to space the floor, where to be. That's development. Like, Jalen Brown is development. You know what I'm saying? Tatum is development. Like, they're both, even though he was a top three guy, Jason Tatum is development. Like, they're not trying to let these guys go. And
my thing is, like, why even offer him up for KD? Like, KD's 35 years old. Like, that's crazy to me.
Oh no, but think about it. That's Jay, right? Jay from Florida.
Yeah.
But think about it, bro. Like, it's fucking KD. Like, if you could get a 1 year,
I don't care, bro. They both 25. They both on the same level. Brad Stevens is out of line, bro. You don't trade for KD. KD is a great player. We know that.
It is this though, Jay. I just looked at it as this. They were trying to pair Tatum and KD. Like, think about it. On the same team.
Yeah, but this thing, bro, that's 2 years of high level basketball max. When you got Brown and Tatum is both 25 years old. Like,
tip out of that, is it worth it?
Yeah, you put together Brown, you add pieces around those two guys for the next 10 years, and you good.
Yeah, I think that's
out of line.
I would prefer that, but that's what Brad Stevens' train of thought was. Like, that's why they reached. That's why they, kind of.
It might cost them, bro.
Made a move.
It might cost them.
Or the mindset of what you were speaking about, like build and build, and they keep building. So I think that's where they're at.
Bro, my dream for the Knicks, man, for the last 5-6 years, is to get Tatum and Brown in the draft. That was my dream for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah,
we didn't build a team that way, which is cool. But you got a situation where you have your cap control because those are your guys, your homegrown guys, and you could build out the team without having to really stress about it.
It's honestly the most
build.
It's honestly the most secure team in the Eastern Conference.
It's the dream build, bro. They are the dream secure build. If he could just keep them happy, you talking about contention for the next 10 years easy.
This is also listen to this though, important piece. Brown ain't really happy here.
Right.
And he's not, and everybody knows, he's not like one of those guys that's big on the money. Even though nobody ever turned down a super max, like,
to get out of there.
Brown's a different thinker, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but does he go to those? Now people got to start worrying about the Lakers retooling, bro, because he's a Cali guy, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, the Knicks is an option because it's like you said, his girls from New York, Bernice Virgos. You know what I'm saying? He's tight with ASAP and them, but he's from Cali, and LeBron's gonna phase out the Lakers. He's going to free up a lot of bread on that side. They don't have any long-term contracts. The Lakers is going to be a big
big draw. Big draw.
Yeah.
Big thing to say, man.
No, but Jay, you're right on a sense of like the Lakers, like the Lakers just looks at the NBA almost like a farm system.
Right. Exactly, bro. Like guys want to play that, bro. No problem.
They'll get who they need, bro. They got Malik Beasley and Vanderbilt and D'Angelo Russell like nobody's fucking business.
What a team! And they got them. If they got those guys earlier, bro, you talking about a top 5 seed, easy.
All right, man. Anything? I mean, I know you talked about the Celtics a lot, but what's going on with the Knicks, man?
We need to keep working what we got going on, man. We need to keep working what we got going on. I need Quickley to keep doing what he's doing. I need Julius Randle to keep being mad. You know what I'm saying? Keep playing mad. I honestly don't care. I don't care if Randle breaks shit after the game's over. Like, this effort is incredible. Like, and I think we're not talking enough about that. Like, he's hooping. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter who's out there with him, he's doing this thing. And Josh Hart's a great glue guy. We need to keep him. He need to stay. We can't let him go. He got to stay.
The team wouldn't be the same without the team. Wouldn't be the same. He's one of those players. Like if he left,
he immediately changed it, Papa. Injection of energy, injection of hustle, injection of toughness. Like he just injected all that into the team.
You got to add. You got to ride this season out for all it's worth, and then you got to make a move.
And he even gave some confidence to your man Deuce. He was out there slapping Deuce up and down, like, yo, you doing your thing. Deuce is like a pro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just infectious ball. I need him to keep playing. My thing for them is they could get to the second round. They stay with this matchup with the Cavs.
They got to, bro. Got to.
We could go against whoever.
No. They have to make it to the second round, bro.
Second round guys, though, for a fact.
Got to. They got to. If they don't make the second round, it's a waste of time.
I like that. I like when Jay says that, waste of time, because it's so true, bro.
Bro, it's like, yo, we cheering for a team that's like, yo, they played amazing to see. But we seen this 2 years ago.
But here's the thing, they're 5 seed. It's not even that amazing. It's like I thought like what are the definitions? At least when we had Melo, we were the 2nd seed.
Right.
To be in the second round and more. Like 2 years ago, we wasn't expecting to do none of that shit. We got phrases for that now. This year, we're actually good. Like, people talking about us. So, if we don't get past the first...
The original tank was set up to be a quick fix. So, the fact that like, we're just here in the first round, like, acting like the process we went through was flawless, and this is the peak. This is why I said, like, the whole, like, digging up takes and quote tweeting people and saying, I thought you said trade this guy for Jay Crowder, like doing shit like that. That shit's cool right now, but y'all still don't understand the biggest blind spot that shouldn't be like a blind spot. This is New York. That small market energy dies fast, bro. You don't lose in the playoffs a bunch of times without fucking people going, yo, boo, fire this guy. Like, that shit is coming. So, like, if you think it's just going to be a pat on the back show, this is why this year is very important for this team to get out of the first round, because then that's a statement. That puts another NBA franchise on notice. That puts the world's eyes on you in a smaller lens. It's no longer 8 series going on at one time. It's 4 series going on at one time.
But left.
People are watching you every night.
You got part of the fan base that's okay with losing in the first round. They're gonna still think that the season is a success. No way, bro. Like Jay Nigga was like, "Oh, the season's still a success." You wouldn't like, no, bro. We're balling out of our mind.
I ironically have Jay Nicky on tape as I was doing video reporting for Knicks Fan TV. I have a clip of me interviewing Jay Nicky, and I'm like, "Yo, what do you think about the season after Game 5 loss?" He's like, right. Julius Randle. like I think it's. You could lose in the first round and compartmentalize the success, but it kind of has to. It would have to be a hard fought 7 games.
What do you think about? Wait, hold
on. Listen, if you're gonna fucking trade 4 second round picks and move everyone around to sign your Jalen Brunson, right?
Yeah,
And then you're gonna
I don't think that there's a tremendous shame in losing to Donovan Mitchell.
listen. If you're gonna bring in Jalen Brunson, and then you're gonna trade another first-round pick to bring in another win now player, right?
No, my thing, Ari, is that
You got to win the first round, bro.
if Donovan Mitchell is the best player on the floor in that series, I'm not looking at this team like, yo, you lost in the first round. That's just you didn't have the best player on the floor, so go get one. But if you lose the series because you're just not even competitive and you lost in a soft 5 or 6 game series, what the fuck? Like Jay said, what
Bro,
the fuck?
I'll cry, bro.
Watch?
I would cry, bro. Yo, it's like
Okay, if they lose a hard 7 games, like goes down to the last 5 minutes against the Cavs, is that a success? To me, it's not.
Nah, it's a failure. You got to make it through the first round. No,
the first round of the playoffs. We're not asking to win the championship here. I'm not asking at the Eastern Conference Finals.
So you don't think Cleveland could beat us?
Dude, I think if you're in win now mode and your salary capped out forever, all right?
Forget about win now mode. I'm asking you, do you feel confident that the Knicks will beat Cleveland in a first round series?
It's coin flip for me. I'm not confident either way.
Jay.
Yeah, 50-50, bro. It depends. Like you said, Donovan Mitchell could play out his mind. Darius Garland could bring it up a whole nother level. Somebody else might take a step. We don't know, bro. We just don't know.
I think we could beat them. I think
we match up well with them. We definitely match up well with them.
Yeah, I think 1 through 10. I think 1 through 10 we're a better team. I think 1 through 10. It's Cleveland. Cleveland ain't shit. Like that whole sports city ain't shit. I think you gotta go. Yeah, you know what? I retake my take. I upgraded
a
my
wing
team.
heavy team. A wing heavy team is our Achilles heel. Length, like last night, Taurean Prince, guy with a lot of length.
Oh my god!
Fucking disgusting.
George Niang and freaking all these other.
Moselle just texted me. He must be watching the show, but Moselle just texted me and he said, "I'm confident we can beat Cleveland in 6 games."
Wow, God, was good, my brother.
Okay, so here's the thing. If we're confident that we could beat Cleveland in 6 or 7 games, then if we lose, that's a failure.
Yeah. And then that's just I upgraded my take through this conversation.
All right, agreed.
Utter failure. I may go a little light, but not an utter failure, but it's a failure. Utter failure would be like a 5-game soft loss.
And then Tibbs comes back with no problem. At that point you got to make major adjustment because now if Randle doesn't show up, bro,
you got to win. That's what I said. By the way, everybody was like, "Yo, you were wrong about your take, bro." I said it. Our first show. What is my success for? Ari asked me what it would be a successful season.
Let me ask that question.
3 home games. You gotta win.
I said a first round series though. You need to win the first round.
Let me ask you. If Randle doesn't show up again in this playoffs, what do you do with him?
Trade him. I'm still trade. Listen, dude, the take never changes for me, bro. I still say
you have to look elsewhere because if
Randle balls out in the playoffs, I'm
if he balls out,
if he doesn't know, what do you do with him?
How? What do you mean by him not performing? What does it look like?
Maybe not.
It's not going to look like last one though. It can't.
I mean, you can't, bro. You saying that confidently, bro. But we've seen this guy's mental fortitude is very weak, bro.
He would no. But do you think his mental fortitude was the issue against Atlanta? Or
hell yeah.
No, I think it was the matchup zone, bro. I don't think he really had the opportunity.
Oh, dude, they're coming with that matchup zone.
Bro, he was busting the zone the whole year, Pop.
But he's not going to be leaned on. That's what I'm saying. The games that he's off, the plug will be pulled, bro. It won't be.
Listen,
Brunson won't let that shit happen, bro.
Bro, last night we saw him make shots that nobody can guard, bro. No defensive strategy could stop him if he's making shots like that. Through the legs, all shoulder face. He's 6'8", 260, bro. He's LeBron. Bro,
listen, they're going to stop him. They're not going to trade him, but I'm just saying, bro, at the end of the day, dude, if you're trying to win a chip, you make your money in the playoffs, dude. That's what it's all about, dude. Half these guys don't even try during the regular season. It's about the playoffs. If Julius Randle's going to drop 57, he's having an amazing regular season, dude. But I'm saying if he wants to take his game to the next level.
Will he have a 1-for-9 stinker? He'll have a 1-for-9 stinker, but the only place
he has one. It's Sorry,
in the
if he has a bad
playoffs?
game.
Yeah, he's gonna have a stinker somewhere probably. But the point is like, if Randle fucks up at the end of games, whose fault is that?
It's Tibbs.
No, I think it's Randall's. I think it's both. I'm sorry, dude.
Bro, he can't have a 1-for-9 sneaker. He can't. His regular season tells me you can't have a 1-for-9 sneaker in the playoffs. You cannot. It
He
can't.
had one against LA.
He had three. He had three bad, not like a 1-for-9, but he had three bad games in a row recently.
You know what I mean by that. He's not literally going 1-for-9.
No,
you
but
know
dude, it's not even about the numbers. It's about the decision making in the last 2 minutes of a close game.
I don't think that's on him, though. I don't think that's on him. It is on him if he does it, fails, and the coach don't fucking fix it. Like put it like this: if the Knicks had an end of game play, and the ball went to Julius Randle, and he didn't put up a good, he did the bullshit. Okay, whose fault is that?
If that was the play that they were going to run, if that was the goal, if the play was to the point where he got what he wanted and he made a bad decision, it would be on Randall's. It would be Randall's fault. It's Tibbs' fault if he has Randle at the top of the key playing point guard. That would be his fault. But if they're running a set to get him one-on-one with somebody else, and that's the design, and Randall's down for that, then you got to do it, dude. Like, you got to play. The thing is, he has to be aware when the double team comes, because lately, especially recently, I've been seeing double teams coming from his blind spot where he usually does the spin turn, and that's where he's been getting himself in trouble. But I'm saying in a 7-game series, to Papa's point, you're right. The Tibbs needs to make like if it happens twice, it's Tibbs' fault. If it happens the first time, I would say I guess it would be Randall's fault. But I think Tibbs is going to get exposed in the playoffs. I don't think he's going to make any.
Who are NBA coaches going to pivot to? Who are they going to try to take away first, Brunson or Randle?
They're going to try. It depends on.
You heard the Minnesota coach last night, Finch? You heard what he said? He said he used to coach, I think it was New York. It had to be New York basketball posted it. Somebody posted it. And it said, he used to be the coach of Randle in New Orleans. And he said, Randle's a guy, he can get really hot. But the point, I think the point he was making, it was like, we're betting on him not staying hot.
Okay.
Which was a very interesting quote. Like, these things, you can't – this is why I took a break from Twitter also. Like, you can't even mention that while the Knicks are winning. Like, forget about it. Like, the guy scored 57 and you guys are talking about, the coach designed for him to get the ball. They weren't afraid. He scored 57 points. It's like, no, bro, they're going to score regardless. The total of the game was in the 260s. You know what I mean? Like, someone had to score those points. You know what I mean? That was the pace of the game, man. The Knicks weren't playing any fucking defense. Neither was Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, Knicks fans, bro. When they're winning, bro. You can't analyze anything, bro. You can't bring up you can't question anything, bro. It's sad. It's really sad, bro. We're in a situation where these guys are. But I've been saying this for a long time, bro. A lot of these guys have never seen any type of successful Knicks basketball. And they take it to heart when you criticize this team, because this team is the ultimate team for them. It ain't like me and you,
bro. If the Knicks didn't win a championship, like this is the scenario where it doesn't happen, right? Every single person that is like elated with this level of success is going to flip and turn and actually be toxic. They're actually going to take the standard the standard of, hey, we haven't been here before. When was the last time we did? We did the last time we had this. And they are literally going to look at that standard, see it over and over again, and be like, nah, this is too much. I need a championship. That's all we're saying.
I don't think so, bro. I honestly don't. It ain't.
I don't think they care about a championship.
They don't care, bro. It's just marginal winning, bro. They just care about the success of this team. It ain't like we seen Patrick and Starks go out there and take us to the playoffs for 9 straight years and thought nothing of it. It was just normal.
You know what I think it is, and I've had one guy. I'll keep him unnamed. I'll tell you guys after. But he's told me this. Some fans, they view the Knicks as like a TV show. It's like entertainment. So it's like, as long as it's good entertainment, and there's a storyline and there's drama and then there's this, and that they're good, and that they can entertain you and make the playoffs, and it's like whatever. They're okay with that. They feel like they're going in a good direction. I'm telling you, they're okay with that, bro.
You gotta see it. You gotta see it through. I think that this conversation in general has been amazing. But I want to go to Cooper.
This has been a good space. This has been a good
one, right?
Maybe we should. Papa's pretty good at point guarding. Maybe we should do a little Papa. Maybe Papa should point guard a little more often.
I'm just on fire because I've been on a hiatus. I just came back blazing. I'll probably run out of steam in the playoffs.
Oh, you're back now?
Y'all want to do?
Yeah. I'm back on Twitter.
I just got off.
Y'all want to?
It's like fucking whack-a-mole. It's like fucking whack-a-mole. You can't get rid of all three of us, motherfucker.
Ari, I was gonna say let's hop on Spaces real quick and shock the world, but.
No, I'm back. I'm back soon. I just want certain topics of conversation to just blow over. So I'm just waiting for that. But I haven't. I'm definitely come. Trust me, bro. I get a lot of my news from there, also my finance news. So I'm missing that, dude. But whatever. Are we taking another call? Before we take another call, I just want to salute to the chat. Shaw Legacy,
absolutely.
Al Diddy, my boy. Straight John. I think that's Cedric. Shout out to you, Rock, HJ Smith. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. How many subs we got? We're 15 short. You get us 15 more subs, and we're 14 more subs.
Hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button now. Run us up, man. I know y'all hate us, but support us a little bit. You know, you're here for a reason, so do something. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any other callers, Papa, or what?
Yeah. Cooper, what's going on?
What's up? Welcome back, Pop. Welcome back.
Coop, what up?
I said, Cooper, I wasn't really gone. I would still log on to Twitter and read the shit. But it was like I always laugh when I saw your tweet. You're like, yo, we need toxic Twitter back. This shit is too fucking gentleman-like. It's too nice over here.
Let me start by addressing that. It's time we're gonna get to what my take is, right? So I don't consider myself toxic Twitter. I don't consider myself negative Twitter. I just be bored.
Cool.
So,
you definitely part of toxic Twitter.
Toxic boy spaces. Yeah, Jay.
You definitely part of toxic Twitter, brother. You definitely part. You question a lot of things, bro. So you definitely on our side.
Whether you want to do it by choice or not, just by the faction of talking basketball, you became toxic.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah, when you talk basketball, when you talk facts, like objectively, you're automatically negative.
I realize there's a disconnect, right? So, like, positive Twitter, you would say, like, they just want to root for the team. They're happy. They want to go to the game. They want to see a nice product. They want the Knicks to win. They're just happy for the team. Toxic Twitter, it's not necessarily that you hate the Knicks. It's just that you guys are willing to endure paying for long-term gain. Like,
right.
In a sense, right? So, I say that to say this.
Sad.
I was listening to Ian Begley on the Twitter space earlier this morning, on the positive space earlier this morning, and they asked them about the draft coming up.
Right.
And they asked them, the Knicks got a potential multiple picks in the first round. Like, what do they do? Like, where do we go? And he kind of alluded to them kind of punting on the draft again. So,
of course they're going to punt.
What I thought about was, I'm like, if they're going to punt on the draft again, we're going to be in for a real shit show. And the reason why I say that is because with this team as presently constructed, let's just say hypothetically we beat Cleveland in the first round. Get to the second round, go up against, let's say, either Boston or Philly, or no, we go up against Milwaukee, per se. We lose that, get swept off the floor, right? You re-sign Josh Hart, you extend quickly. We're capped out at that point. So what happens is a lot of times, I watch basketball all the time, and a lot of times what happens is when a team surprises and has a really good season, that following season, when they extend those people,
they fall off.
They kind of fall off.
That's what happened with Fournier. That's what happened with Kemba Walker also. Same shit.
Yo, Coop, to punt on the draft, bro, is crazy because you need bodies. Like they need guys that can play Rose, Fournier. Like they need a wing or point guard that can come in and play in case of injury. They need more bodies.
5-star call right now. This is a fire call.
You're absolutely right. But at the same time, when you look at everything that's going on with this team, The only person you hear about that may be trade bait or anything that is RJ Barrett, which I agree. RJ Barrett could be trade bait, and you might be able to find somebody to put a package together to get you the guy that you really want to put next to Randle and Brunson. But my thing is, even at that point, you're still gonna have Hart at like $20 million. That's what Begley said. You're probably getting between 18 and 20. Quickley needs an extension. I don't see him leaving no money on the table because if I was him, I wouldn't.
Right.
And you still have Brunson. You got guys on for multiple years, so I understand any contract is tradable. If somebody wants to come in, you can find a way to get the deal done, whatever. But at the same time, it's like you're going to be a cap-strung team paying in salary cap for.
So cool. My question is, every year. Hold on, cool. Cool. Every year I question during the draft. I say, yo, you got these picks. If you don't use them, you lose them. You're in a draft this year that's really heavy. These picks weigh more than a regular draft, right? Because of the players in this draft. So now you got two more picks hopefully 2 more picks in the first round. You say you want to go get a marquee guy. To me, this year is literally the deadline to go get a marquee guy. Because every year you let go on and on, you're losing picks.
Perfect segue to my point. This is the perfect segue because we all know, we see this front office, and in a way, it's kind of like, Tibbs got his hand on the personnel, and Tibbs is an impatient guy. He wants what he wants. I can see Tibbs, God forbid, like my biggest fear is the Knicks lose to the Cavs in like 6 games. Donovan Mitchell averages like 42 and like 7, and just puts the Knicks out of the misery in 6 games. And Tibbs says, I need you to go get another one of my guys. Go get me Jimmy Butler. And Pat Riley and Harrison house the Knicks for like RJ, Obi, and maybe Grimes. I can see
my God.
And Pat Riley on this game right now, laughing. Just laughing.
You got Knicks fans that want Jimmy Butler at 40 years old, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, that might be the deal, bro.
Oh,
that might be it.
No
Do
way.
you think the Heat gonna deal with us?
Yo, Pop, I'm gonna tell you exactly when I came up with this whole scenario. That night when Julius Randle hit that incredible game winner.
Yeah.
I could see Pat Riley. He was just angle it. And that's Don Corleone right there. He's gonna find a way. He's like, you know what?
Wow.
You got Top and Grimes and like 3 unprotected first, and you can have Jimmy Butler and maybe throw in one of those bench guys that haven't developed. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see him doing that, and you can see Tibbs like, yes, I need Jimmy, and like you're just like shit. So that's why I say that to say I'm like
I love the take because I love the take. I love the.
I'm either going to pick one between Hart and Quickley, extend one, let the other one walk, so that you at least have a little flexibility. You go get one of these draft picks, we set a contract, and find a way to freaking develop the guy, develop somebody so they can play. Because trust me, Brunson and Randle is not winning no championship, bro. Not with
absolutely.
Down in the East, not with Giannis in the East, not with Joel Embiid in the East. They're not coming out in the East, man.
There's too much of this is too logical of a call right now. Like, I agree with every single.
The Knicks are. Can I just respond? Can I respond on behalf of Positive Knicks Twitter? This is actually 4 likes, right?
Yeah.
All right. The Knicks are Coop. Like, I respect your position. Like, everybody has the right to believe whatever they want to believe in. But, bro, like, I hear where you're coming from. But the Knicks are 42 and 31 in the 5th seed, and we're talking about the draft and a plan for next year. Like,
Don't do that.
Yo, put it up. Put the phone up a little bit.
You can fast forward to July. You can fast forward to August when Jimmy Butler's on his way and be like, shit. No Grimes, no Obi, no RJ. 3 unprotected first on. Now you're in win now mode.
Yo, we traded 3 unprotected first with Jimmy Butler, bro. Seriously?
No, fuck no.
After they added a young piece in the draft and develop him, like, come on.
I don't know, Coop. My only defense to that is we already got Jimmy Butler. Tibbs already got his Jimmy Butler and Josh Hart. That's my only.
That's what you think, man. That's what you think. Jimmy Butler's trying to remake the Bulls, man.
Oh, that's nasty.
Who's a Joakim Noah type out there right now that you could go get?
Adebayo, Randle. I don't know. I don't know. Look.
You have anyone on that.
Look,
Jalen Brown or Joel Embiid. That's
Look,
it.
I while I was high listening to you, I really thought about this, and it was like it got me in my futurist kind of mode. I was like, yo, I've been watching college basketball this whole last week, right? And it's like, yo, I was like, yo, the nuanced fucking talent. And it's like some of these dudes, yeah, like the size matters. Like when it comes to the NBA, it's a huge difference between college and the NBA. But I'm like thinking, like, there's so many fucking archetypes. You look at a Jalen Brunson, or you look at like these guys that, you know, they finesse their way into the league and they're successful, right? The basketball fucking savant world that we live in is going to produce the most insanely talented, cheap fucking players that are going to be boss level from the jump, bro.
Imagine the Knicks grabbing somebody like the Johnson dude from Marquette. Just let him come in.
So much talent, bro.
But then
It's
at the
so
same
much
time,
talent.
You look at it and you're like, yo, if Obi Toppin can't get 50 minutes, I get it. I understand why they're pointing on the draft because
Right.
if Obi Toppin can't get 15 minutes, then what's the point?
No, that's what they got to get rid. They got to get rid of Obi just to
Bro,
get,
you got to reset Obi contract, bro.
him.
You have
gotta get rid of him for
players
that.
you got to
They
replace,
can't do
bro.
that
Like
anymore.
we're not a set roster. Like we're not a competitor yet. Like you need more talent. Like you need guys, and you're not going to get it through free agency per se. So to me, the draft is where you at, bro.
Dude, look at what JJ posted on the I posted over here about win now mode.
Hold on.
That's the toxic side right there.
All right, Coop. Can we just throw a bunch of fives in the chat for Coop, man? Because
Excellent call, Coop, man.
also Feliciano,
You're
bro, that was a
toxic,
really enjoyable call. And there's no format to this, but yeah, we got some fives going on in the chat. There's no format to this yet, but you know, I really appreciated that. But I just wanted to shout out to the chat real quick. Let's read some of the comments as they came in.
Let's read
I'm gonna start with Rock. Can we start with Rock at 7:59?
Yeah,
Rock was good. Was good.
Can
Was
you,
good,
Ari,
fam.
can you put highlights?
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Give me a second. Rock. All right. This is not the year to punt on the draft. Agreed. It's never the year, but as JJ said, we're not in development mode.
You don't have to look. You don't have to pick one. You don't have to pick anybody, but you got to be aggressive with those picks, even if you're moving them. Like that's why when people say we already have a first round pick, why are you crying about the first round pick you gave up for Josh Hart? It's like, then give me half of your money. you already have the other half. It doesn't matter. Like that makes no sense. You can use it. It has value. It's like having another player, but you're a free player for 4 years, bro. That's literally what it is.
We talk about Boston. You can't get there without picking.
Like, it's a very valuable asset, bro.
Dude, they're not
a Knicks fan, bro.
At the time, and at the time that the Knicks were talking about moving Emmanuel Quickley, they would have moved him for a first round pick unprotected. But at that time, Emmanuel Quickley wasn't valued that way, bro. Not in my mind. I think most teams would rather have access to a first round pick at the beginning of this year than they would to Emmanuel Quickley. But Emmanuel Quickley, credit to him, fucking earned his salary probably more than any player in the NBA since Jalen Brunson. Like he's literally looking at Brunson like, yo, I've been playing behind and getting paid less than Elfrid Payton, Alec Burks, Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker. They drafted people from Europe to come fucking play over me. Like, and I'm still the nicest guard on this team. RJ Barrett included. I'm still the nicest guard on this team. I'm going to get my fucking money. And you know when I realized that? When he started dancing on the court in Boston, I was like, oh, this guy realizes it. And I saw it last night against Minnesota. He has so much swag now that it's just like he's like the first-year player that we fell in love with.
To me, bro, you should have paid him instead of RJ.
Bro, that guy needs to flourish. He needs 35 minutes of action.
Bro, RJ is not him, bro. RJ is you pay quick, bro. You don't pay RJ, man. That's just they made another mistake, man. They locking up guys without giving it the time.
But RJ is movable. I think.
Quick deserves the ball for 35 minutes a night, bro. Yeah, Quick's gonna go get that. Quick's gonna go on 18. He's gonna be a little bit strategic with it. Like, he's not just going to jump to a team with no talent. But, like, hey, man, I think for Quickley, he probably has the most important, from an individual perspective, he probably has the most important playoff, series for his career more than any other Knick.
Coming up, right?
Everyone's a made man. Brunson's a made man.
Right.
RJ's a made man. Randle's a made man. Mitch is a made man. Quickley's going to try to ball out these playoffs.
Bro. Oh, absolutely. And he will do it, bro. And he's gonna make a lot of money this playoffs, man. I can't see it. Like when you think about Randle not being confident in Randle, that's clear. But Quickley's gonna be really good this playoff, bro. Really good. So we'll see what happens, man. I wish playoffs start tomorrow, man. I just can't with this wasted time. I can't with these meaningless regular season games. Guys getting banged up. Brunson's still not 100%. I don't think Brunson's healthy, bro. And I think Randle's a little tired. Like,
I don't think Brunson's healthy either.
Dial it back, man. You got to dial it back, bro. I just don't. And then for Knicks fans to come out here and say there's nothing wrong with what Tom Thibodeau is doing, granted, Thibodeau's had a great season, bro. I'm not going to sit here and talk crazy like he hasn't. But now we get, 9 games left, and you still playing guys 50 minutes, 48, 47 minutes a night, 46 minutes a night. Randle played the whole fourth quarter, 12 minutes. Come on, bro. That made no sense.
He's trying to stay in that 5 seed, which
that
is
don't make no sense, bro.
Listen, it makes sense if you're trying to win the first round because I'd rather play Cleveland than Philly. But
I'm saying once you clinch,
you got to win then with first rounds. Like I said, just if you're gonna burn players out and compete every night so you can get the 5 seed, so you can play Cleveland instead of Philly, and you trade a first round pick for Josh Hart, and then you're gonna extend quickly. Cooper's not even right. Cooper's right to this. We're gonna be salary capped. We're not even gonna be salary capped out. We're gonna be over the cap. We're gonna be in luxury tax, literally. So.
With this marginal ass team, bro,
like I don't think you could be like, you shouldn't be paying luxury tax if you're a first round exit as a team. For the most part, the teams that pay the big luxury tax are the teams that are on repeater tax, but also they're real competitors, dude. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Warriors, the fucking Suns now, like they're stacked. So. That's the thing I think about it. It's you have to win the first round. And listen, they win the first round, they get swept by the Bucks. It's still a success because at least you're building. At least now you're one of the top 4 teams in your conference, right? And then you still have your picks. You could build over that. But if you're gonna do all this, right, and then you're gonna do say crazy things on Twitter, and you're gonna do and we're gonna go on this run and whatever just to get washed in 6 games in the first round. And then trade our pick this year. So we have 1 less pick. Granted, we still have a pick, but it's the 1 less pick. That's not a fucking success. I don't think there's a fucking success, especially if you're salary capped out and you're in the luxury tax. It's not a fucking success. I had the Knicks 6 through 9. Yeah. I had the Knicks before the season making the playoffs and losing in the first round. And that was before the Josh Hart trade. So now that if they gave up a pick and still end up in that position, I think that sucks, especially when people think.
Where do we need to clinch the 5th seed?
I talked about the schedule. The Knicks just they're 2 games ahead of the Nets and 1 in the loss column, and they're 3 games ahead of the Miami Heat.
Tomorrow's a big game.
They have 6 games coming up that are pretty difficult kind of games. Like they have a back to back in Florida with Miami Wednesday or Orlando Thursday, and then. I think Monday night they play the Cavs.
A little playoff preview.
Hold on 1 second. I'll give you the schedule in a second. So they play the Heat, the Magic. Then they play the Rockets on Monday.
The Rockets been beating teams' ass, so that ain't.
The Rockets, trust me, I know. I bet a lot of money on the Celtics when they played the Rockets, and that did not go well.
I mean, the Knicks just lost to the T-Wolves without Anthony Edwards or freaking Anthony Towns, and Randle had 57, so they could lose.
You know what happens in the NBA though? You know what happens in the NBA though? That's very underrated. It happens in any other sport too. There are teams that kind of like they're like the Rockets, right? Like they have nothing to play for. So like they're going off like trying to capture some type of formula
for next year,
for the next season,
right?
So they're motivated to play spoiler. Like this is their last time to play basketball for a while,
right?
So you're gonna get guys last hurrah kind of effort.
Right,
So don't sleep on these games just because the record says
Indiana's probably going to play us tough in that last game. You know what I'm saying?
I think the Heat. I think if the Knicks beat the Heat 3 out of 4, sweep the Heat, it would be a sweep. That would be tremendous. So I expect the Heat to give us one. You know,
the Knicks need to end in the 5 seed. It's very important. So I can understand why they're going hard right now, trying to get the 5 seed.
So
plus you got a week off before the playoff starts. You got time.
All right. So it's Heat Magic. I'll give them 2-0 in that.
Okay.
I'll give them 2-0 because I think they come out and really try to win the game against Miami. And I don't know how much pressure Miami's under really to win that game. I don't think they're there yet. I think that are they content with the play-in? Probably not. But I don't think that their issues are fully worked out yet. So I think
who's the 6th seed? Brooklyn?
6th seed is Brooklyn. They got 32 losses.
Okay.
We have 31 losses. And Miami has 34 losses.
Okay.
So we play the Heat, the Magic. I'll give the Knicks 2-0. I'll give them the Rockets 3-0. And then they play the Heat again, and I think that the Heat could steal one at the Garden.
All right.
So 3-1. Then they play the Cavs on the road Friday night. It feels like a loss. That's 3-2. Then they play the Wizards at home. That's 4-2. Knicks versus Pacers on the road. I'd say that's 5-2. Knicks versus Pelicans on the road. That could be a loss. Because the Pelicans probably
McCollum and they've been playing terrible, but I don't know. Yo, they haven't been playing with any intensity, bro. So
yeah, I know that was Ayo. All right, I can't. I don't know if I'm gonna stop.
Don't
I'm gonna stop. That was bad. I caught myself. I'm gonna stop. See,
text me.
I'm classy. Because it's just funny. Whatever.
You can text me though.
All right.
Yo, final thoughts, because I'm about to go get some tacos. You heard me?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some sushi, I think. All right, my final thoughts. I'll go first. Before I get started, salute Angel from Philly in the chat, Flyboy, JJ,
Angel.
Yusuf's my guy, IKBM. Shout out to everyone. Listen, my closing thoughts is very simple. Like, it's fun to talk about takes, but when you talk about some other stuff, it's not right stuff to do that, especially when I've never disrespected anyone, and I just think that people need to respect people's boundaries, and there's certain things you don't talk about, and that was one thing you don't talk about. So that's my closing thoughts. Jay, what are your closing thoughts?
Same thing. Keep it Knicks, bro. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a really successful season. I'm happy for y'all young ass Knicks fans that never had any type of success. Shout out to Jake Nicky and the rest of the ass shakers that are seeing this thing for the first time. Congratulations. I love it for y'all. I'm in a situation where I'm watching. Listen, man. Our season has gone so well that if they go to the playoffs and Randle shits the bed or Brunson or something happens where they don't compete, I'll be so upset, bro. Because now you're in a situation where you got to double down next year. You got to bring these guys back and try to add to it. No. They have to win a series. They have to look good. And then we have to, if we're not going to draft guys, we have to make trades for meaningful guys that are really impact this team so we can really start competing. A la Jalen Brown, whatever you can bring in. You got to really start getting serious. I'm really excited for this playoff run, man. Again, I'm happy for the younger Knicks fans that haven't seen shit. The marginal Knicks fans that haven't seen shit. Happy for y'all. Y'all finally get to see some tangible basketball. Cool. But don't be happy with a first-round exit. Don't be happy with them not competing in the first round. We have to compete. We have to play our ass off. We have to get to that second round. We have to make some progress. We can't repeat 2020.
I co-sign that.
So,
oh God, he's like, it's like Marcus Aurelius over here. That's a drop song.
Bring the drama.
Oh God.
At one point in my life, I referred to myself as the king of Knicks Twitter.
Biggest in the game.
Biggest in the game. it's been really fun. It's been really fun. I gotta say that the ability to kind of just alter reality based off, your creation is a good feeling, and to also to make songs and capture a moment. It really makes me feel like I'm combining like my love for hip hop and my love for the Knicks. So I think honestly that's the most agreeable Poppa Left lane that there is for most people. I kind of feel bad that when people see my name, that they think negative things. I kind of feel bad that that's the projection that they get based off my involvement and my activity on Twitter, because I'm so goddamn proud of everything that I do on a day-to-day basis. And it's an appreciation that some people have shown for what I do, but I really need that, because it's not for validation. It's not for a pity party or anything like that. But it's just like, you get into teaching because you want to make a difference and you want to feel like you're doing something that doesn't involve politics. And the most fucked up part about it is that it does involve politics, so much so that to train a teacher, you acknowledge that you are working in an environment with different agendas. So it's like, it's a very tough job. And I appreciate the kids that I work with, I appreciate the colleagues I work with. And getting on Twitter, man, and seeing people look at you a certain way, it makes you feel like, damn, you fucked up your legacy, right? You fucked up certain things about you.
Before you continue on, I'm not gonna stay because I gotta go pick my tacos up.
Yeah.
Listen, man, shows like today, we do this show. People always try to break us up and send me DMs. Oh, you should leave the Toxic Boys. I would never. These guys are my friends, bro. We have great conversation. This is a very conversational YouTube show. It was fun as hell. I love putting my mind together with my brothers. I love coming up with ideas. I love talking about our frustrations, our likes, our desires for this team. I get it, bro. I love this shit. Toxic Boys, literally forever. Y'all will never stop this shit. We keep it running. We keep it going. Yeah. Peace.
Yo, this man wanted tacos so bad. He wanted tacos. So, yo, we out. Ari, I think just to finish my point, man, I just wanted to say that
hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. How many fucking subscribers we got?
We picked up one, so we have 14 more to go.
It's definitely organic. You can hate on it, but you can't say it's not organic. It's definitely an organic following. It's fucking organic as shit. That shit went up right away. It was like at 350.
Yeah,
pushing pennies.
That's it, man.
But it's like the stock market, man. The Toxic Boys will always be a long-term play. You never dip out. You always buy the dip. And Toxic Boys will be back up. Maybe at our own misfortune. I will say that the concept that me and Ari and Jay would ever get in a playoff series and root for the team to lose is ridiculous. I think, after the fact, if the Knicks lost a play-in game and they got their pick back, there would be a part of me that would be, hell yeah, like we got that pick back. But the direction is totally gone from there. And I think we need to move forward. And
pretty logical. It doesn't take a genius to understand that if you trade your lottery pick and you make the playoffs, you have nothing to gain by losing, and you just want to see your team win. But obviously, but logic is not something that is very common these days, I guess. But no,
right. If you don't make the playoffs, you want your lottery pick. And,
right.
Yeah. And if you make the playoffs, you want to do something. You want to do something if you're gonna sacrifice that positioning. But everything doesn't have to be looked into the scope of 1 year. That's the genius of the Leon Rose plan, is that it always has the backup. It always has the next plan. He's always has his assets, and he's always able to say, this player is available. I can go get this player. He's done a very good. I give him his credit. Like, he's done a very good job at staying out of the fucking fire of New York City Knicks fans. Like, he's done it. He's pretty much secure. If people got a problem with this team, it usually goes to Tibbs or Randle. Leon Rose has dodged.
Yeah, but
Leon Rose has pulled a Poppa Left on another level. He's ducked all the smoke.
No, he has, but he still paid Evan Fournier. He still paid Kemba Walker. He still hired Tom Thibodeau.
He hasn't felt the need for that shit though. He's never felt it. It's never been fire Leon Rose. It's never been that.
He still hasn't delivered the superstar. No, I understand. Listen, I'm just happy he didn't trade the picks yet. That's why I'm happy. That's where his real genius comes in, is like you said, he's gonna kick. He'll tell you he's not gonna draft the guy this year because he's in win now mode. He's gonna kick it down the line, punt it, and he's gonna keep on having these picks. So when the guy does come and the deal is to be made, he's ready. It's not the worst plan in the world, but people don't understand that when you trade a draft, like when you trade a draft pick, even if it's a late pick in the 20s, like Quickley was in the 20s, Jokic was a second round pick, right? Jimmy Butler was the 30th pick in the draft. Like every time you trade these picks, you're trading a chance at someone being, a star on a rookie scale deal. You know what I'm saying?
All right, real quick. Do you think that NBA referees are throwing games? Do you think that there's one who's doing it right now?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's too much money to be made. And that's a problem with now with the legalization of sports gambling. It's going to make it even more likely, honestly. But either way, I think there's shit going down, but it's not it's not to the Knicks' benefit, at least not yet. But
I don't know. There's a lot of like they have the 2-minute report with like what good does that do? Like, hey, we fucked up the call. My bad. Sorry, you lost.
You know what it does? It gets the
heat off their ass.
It shows that they're holding them. It gives the facade that they're holding themselves accountable. That's all it is, right?
Yeah, it's great,
dude. That happens in football. I mean, soccer all the time. It's just literally corruption. In Serie A, there was corruption. Now Barcelona apparently paid referees or something. Like it happens all the time in Europe. Which is fucked up. Juventus had to forfeit championships because of that stuff, and had to, I think, get play.
No, at least they made them forfeit it.
They know that. I think they either got dropped down in the second division or they can't play Champions League soccer. They got like harsh penalties, but either way,
hey, they still sell merch. They're good.
Yeah,
mad merch. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like Knicks. People around the world, around the workplace, right? When you bring up the Knicks, like this is where Knicks Twitter slants like reality. When you bring up the Knicks in like everyday life, people are still like hating on the Knicks. Like that's why the playoffs fucking matter, bro.
Yeah, because
the perception is not like the Knicks are back, bro. That's not the perception, bro.
Of course not. We haven't done anything yet. We're literally in a worse spot than we were during the 4th seed year. Now we're in the 5th seed. Granted, it's a better team, but I'm just saying it's like we've seen this happen before. Like teams make the playoffs every year and get bounced out. Teams make the Western Conference Finals 5 years in a row, and it's not enough for them to win a championship. So they trade James Harden when he's dropping 60-point triple doubles. Like it takes a lot to win a championship, dude. That's the thing. But either way, as long as the Knicks have their picks, dude,
they're in striking position. That's the whole get.
I'm okay with what happens. It doesn't matter. But I would like to draft a player in this draft. I would like to do that. Like whoever picks we get, whether it's the 28th pick, the 19th pick, whatever pick it is, draft the fucking guy. Draft the wing. That's what I'd like to see. And then sign some high basketball IQ guy to your mid-level exception. And then figure it out next year. That's it for me. But
hey yo, Ari, would you say what was the greatest Knick game? The greatest you've ever seen the Knicks play before in your life, where you were like, wow, this team is fucking good.
So I mean, listen, when I started watching ball, it was during the Ewing Knicks, and the thing about that is, I didn't watch them and be like, "Yo, I know this team is good," but I watched them and I knew that we were probably going to win the game, right? But I was a kid, so I can't say that was like it was the best team I've seen was the '94 Knicks. But I'm just saying, and the '90 and the '90, and I think you know what Knicks team I think was really the best team, but got fucked. I think it was the '96 Knicks. When they already got Allen Houston and Ewing was still around, and that's when they stepped on the court in Miami, and that's when they were suspended John Starks and Ewing, but that was younger Ari. In like modern Ari was the best team I thought was the Knicks tape Knicks when they won 13 games in a row. They looked unstoppable with Melo going off and J.R. Smith. Like that stretch,
Powerhouse.
that 15 game.
Powerhouse, yeah.
So I remember, like, it was in my last year in law school. I just remember, like, dude, are the Knicks ever gonna lose? Like, they won 13 games in a row, and they were dominating teams. Melo sport. That was the year they were the 2 seed, where you really thought like we were on a collision course with Miami, and then it didn't translate in the playoffs. And that was a 2 seed with a Hall of Famer.
Bro, I will never forget. First of all, I will never forget Game 1 of the Knicks Pacers series. I was working at Yankee Stadium selling hot dogs, and I got out of the stadium, and there's like these bars across the street from Yankee Stadium. So I go in the bar and I'm watching the Knicks play the Pacers, and everybody's like talking about the Yankee game that happened, and like not a lot of people like just like watching the Knicks game. You know what I mean? And I was watching it on TV. I'm like, yo, are we coming out soft at home? Are we getting out physical at home in Game 1 at the Garden? And I was just like, I was so thrown away by that soft loss that we never, even when we won in Game 2, it was great. It was like a lot of tension. Like I really didn't want to lose Game 2 at home because that means you lost the series. You know what I mean? That means you're done.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we came out and like it was Indiana, like we later found out, just was gonna give us the who gives a shit will win at home games. Like that's what the Hawks kind of did to us the year.
Well, Ari Stoudemire got hurt, dude. That was the problem. If we had another max guy next to Carmelo on that squad, you're talking something. But Amari's knees, then he punched the fire extinguisher, and that was the wrap. But like that team was the best. That I've seen, and then this team would probably be the second best. But I'm just saying, if the Knicks were the 2 seed, okay, and they won 55 or 54 games or whatever they won in that series, right? They won 13 in a row. They're the 2 seed, and they lose in the second round. It's like great, like, but that builds
that block by Roy Hibbert,
worst. I remember where I was.
I did too. I was watching with Charlie. We had a kid in my mom's house. We had a TV in the kitchen and a TV in the family room. So the TV in the family room, we were just getting our ass kicked. So it's like, yo, let's watch in the kitchen. We watch in the kitchen. They'll come back. Like Amon Shumpert hit a 3 at the end of the third, and the Knicks tied the game, or they went down 1 or something like that. That was the last time I really was like, yeah, oh my God. Like, that's the last game I was like that. You know what I mean?
It's been, I mean, listen, man, who knows? Maybe this could be a 99 type year and they go on a run and they make it. They like, who knows, bro? Anything is possible in sports, dude. I'm just saying, like,
I think we didn't get to it in the show, but like Willis Reed passed away today. And like, the only thing I could think of was obviously the Game 7 coming out of the tunnel, right? Everybody thought he wasn't going to play. It was talk of whether he would play or whether he wouldn't play. It's not like today. There's no Adam Schefter, fucking Woj bombs and shit. You know what I mean? He's just like, he just emerges out of the tunnel and goes through warmups and scores the first 2 buckets. And it's like, the common misconception is that he led the team to victory because essentially he did. You know what I mean? He came out. He's like a general. You know what I mean? He's the captain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's responsible, you know, with a group of other, you know, Knicks for our legacy, man. Like without that, we have nothing, man. I'm sorry. Like you don't come close. The people who come close live in the shadows of greatness. And that's what we're trying to return to. And I'm not saying that Patrick Ewing isn't great. I'm not trying to say that the 90s Knicks aren't great, but that championship matters. And the day that we do win one, it will be connected to those pillars of Clyde Frazier, Dave DeBusschere, you know what I mean? Earl Monroe, Clyde Frazier, Bill Bradley. Those guys are what we owe the legacy of our fandom to. And so the fact that Willis Reed passed away today was definitely a reality check. And it would be cool, kind of like in a Hank Aaron Atlanta Brave kind of way. But it would be cool if, like, 50 years after that 73 season, if the Knicks could just break it and win this year. That would be, if there's something to believe in, and you live in the world of sports where anything can happen, that kind of thought process is always there. We're always going to be invested. So, like, game one, if the Knicks win game one, right? The Knicks get up 10-4 in game one. We're going to be all in, bro. We're going to be all in on the fucking party, bro.
Let's see. Okay, so I'm looking this right now. The Rockets were a 6 seed and won the chip, but besides that,
really,
yeah. Besides that, no one has been lower than 4th, and so basically,
wow.
53 1 seeds have won, 12 number 2 seeds have won, 7 number 3 seeds, 1 4th seed, and only 1 6 seed, and that was, I think, the Rockets that beat the Knicks, the '94 Rockets, right? I think it was that.
You gotta. If you're believing in it,
the '95
you gotta take the measure of success that's slanted by, like, that great superstar, right? So usually those teams are the number 1 seed. You have to eliminate that from your context and look at the league as it's currently constituted, and look around and see, is there a team this year that is set up to do that?
I agree. This is the most parity there's been in the league. But let's wrap this up, dude. So thanks to everyone in the chat: Al Diddy, Nick Scar, Yusuf, Todd, my guy, Angel from Philly. Shout out to the ladies, Nishi in the chat, BMC. We're gonna be back next Tuesday for another episode of the Toxic Boys. I'll be back on Twitter real soon. Just want to take a little hiatus with recent events, and salute to you guys. Without you guys, the show doesn't exist. We love chopping it up with you guys. We love talking. This is our kind of, we get to have a voice here. So appreciate everyone. Papa, I'll speak to you soon. Deuces, Toxic Boys.